Learning Zulin Nishmas Etta Ahuva Basakim Maseches Nazir Perik Tes Mishna Aleph Hagoyim Ein Lahem Naziris. If a guy is Mekabel Naziris, he doesn't have any of the halachas of a Nazir. He's mutter with wine. He's allowed to become a Tamil Nemesim. There's no taglachas. Initially, the Gemara learns it out because it says in the beginning of Parsha Nazir Daber El Bnei Yisrael, and then there's a whole shak with in the Gemara. Maybe you need other psukim as well. Nashim va'avadim yesh lahem Naziris, but woman and avadi kananim, they do have the parsha of Naziris. There's a chilik between Nashim and Avadim Kananim. The Mishnah continues. Chaymer b'Nashim miv'avadim. Nashim have a chumra over Avadim. Shu kaifez avdei v'ene kaifez ishtay. He could force his eved not to listen to his Naziris. And b'shas that the Adin doesn't want the eved Kanani to be a Nazir, he's not a Nazir. He has no Yisurim of not drinking wine, of not becoming Tamil Mesim during that period that the Adin does not want him to. But by a woman, she's her own person, so she has to listen to her Naziris if she was Mekabel Naziris. And Fakir, Chaymer b'Avadim Nashim, Avadim Kanam have a more of a Chumrah than Nashim, Shehu Mefer Nidrei Ishay Ve'ena Mefer Nidrei Avdai. He could be Mefer the Nidarim of his wife, and once he's Mefer it, then she's no longer a Nazir. But if he was mekayim it, then he can't decide later on that she shouldn't be a nazir. As opposed to avadim kananim, he can never be mefer than the avadim kananim. He can be moiche that he doesn't want the eved kanani to listen to Naziris, but there's no hafara that he could do within 24 hours. Hafar leishtay, hafar elamis, hafar leavda yatsa lecheres. If he's mefer for his wife, then that hafara works forever. She no longer has to become a Nazir. She's not a Nazir. As opposed to Hafar La'avdei, when he's mefer to his Eved Kanani, as soon as the Eved Kanani goes free, it's Mashlim Nizirusa. The Rishash is medayik from the word Mashlim Nizirusa, that even if he became Tameh while he was the Eved Kanani, while the Adin didn't want him to listen to his Naziris, so let's say the Adin told him become Tameh L'meis, that Tameh L'meis doesn't is not soiser the Naziris that he had until now. So he's just mashlim Nazirusa. So whatever he was a Nazir until the Rabbi was moicha is part of his Nazirusa, and now he's mashlim the rest. Avar michenege panav. Let's say he ran away from his Adin. So Zamachlekes, if he has to be a Nazir at that point. Rameir lo yishter. Rameir holds that we knas him that he's not, that he has to listen to his Naziris right now. He's not allowed to drink wine because we want him to be mitzvah and come back to his Adin. However, Rabbi Yossi says fakert as far as that we want him to drink yishta because we know that he's eventually going to come back to the Adin one way or the other. The Adin's going to find him, or he'll come back to the Adin, and therefore we don't want him to become weak in between. We want him to be strong and drink wine. Mishnah Beis, Nazir Shegilach, Nazir is Megaleach, and Dafka because at this point of the Naziris, meaning the end of the Naziris already happened, he already did the 30 days, and he was already Megaleach. The Gemara explains that it's going like a Eliezer, not like that Tagacha says Ma'akev, not like a Eliezer would be that the Nazir already did the Zrika, and now the following thing happened. So if it was Naidal Shehu Tameh, if he became Tameh, so then we know Tumah Saiser, Tumah Yadua Saiser, and he has to start over the Naziris of Tara. The Tumas Hataim Ein Saiser. That's the chiddush of this Mishnah. If he became Tameh, even though it's a Tumah Vadai, but no one in the world knew about this mace until he became Tameh Teh, so that's called Tumas Hataim. Then there's Halacha Moshe Misinai. Originally, the Gemara wants to learn that from a pasuk. In Maskanos HaGemara, it's Gemara Gemirila. It's Halacha Moshe Misinai that Tumas Tahaim, after the Nazir already finished his Naziris, he was Megaleach, or he was Zarek Echad Mehadamim, and now he becomes Tumas Hataim, means again, he became Vadai Tameh, but it's a Tumah that no one in the world knew about this Tumah until he became Tameh from it. In a Saiser, then it's not Saiser. But im Gilech, but if he's not finished his Naziris yet, he wasn't Megaleach, then even Tumas Hataim is Saiser. Ben Kach V'en Kach Saiser. Ketzad, what's the example of Tumas Hataim? So if he was Yared Litvol B'mar, he went to be Taiva. Obviously, he wasn't a Tamei Meis yet, because if he was a Tamei Meis, and anyhow, he's Manushach Tamei from Tumas Meis. He was Tamei, let's say, Tumas Sheretz, and he went into a cave, and there's a water there, and in the water, all of a sudden, he sees Nimsa Meis Saf Al Pia Ma'ara. So that's a regular Tumas Meis Vadai, so he's Tamei, and it's Saiser. But if it's Nimsa Meshuka Bekarka Ma'ara, if the mace was all the way on the bottom of the Ma'ara, and no one knew about this mace until he touched it, so that's Tumas Hatahoim, and it's not Saiser. Yared lahakar tar. If he went down to cool off, he's tar. So this is lavdafka because we said a second ago yared litva, but the point is, we'll see in a second, is lafuke. If he was yared lahakar, then he's tar. But a litar mitumas ameis. If let's say he was a nazir that was already tamei, so he was tamei tumas ameis, and now he touched this tuma again. Now you don't say the tumas hatahim halacha Mishna Yomi that it's not seiser anymore because a tumas meis is already tamei. So cheskas tamei v'cheskas tara sherv gayim mudavar. So once a nazir tamei is already tamei, and then he becomes tamei again when he's trying to end his nazirus of tameya and start his nazirus tahira. Over there we don't say the halacha Mishna Yomi that tumas hatahim is not seiser.